educational accolades and all these things. We have so many trophies and we have so many things to show. But God, one of these days, you're going to call our life into account. What would we have to show? We'll become just like that foolish man. We didn't make no preparation for our spiritual life. We only thought we could exist with the physical, the intellectual, the social. But God, man, you made us with a soul and a body so that we can relate to your spirit which is yours. And we pray even now this morning by your mighty power, you quicken our spirit and cause us to be conscious. You know, sometimes we live our life as if we are in charge of ourselves and God is not even in our life. And you said with knowledge without God, without the Holy is foolish, is vain. And God help us to recognize that we need you every day in our life. We need you every hour. So this morning, even as the psalmist said, teach us how to number our days that we might apply our hearts unto wisdom. And God has said, even the very hairs of our head are numbered, Lord. And God, teach us to be humble. Teach us to look to you. If this morning you might redirect our thoughts and our action and our attitude towards each other to help us to know that this life is not our own, God. And we need your mercies. It's because of your mercies. It's because of your faithfulness. Because of your goodness, we are standing this morning. Because you have blessed us. And God help us that we would return thanks to the blesser. We know we want the blessing, but we do not want the blesser in our lives. But help us every day that we know that there's a God who rules in the kingdom of men, a God who created this heaven and the earth, despite what others might think and God, that our life is not our own. So now we have opportunity. God help us to call upon you. You say that I call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. And God, I pray that people men will look to you. We will ask you to change our ways and turn us around. God, I pray that you bless us as a nation, bless us as a people and all the nations of the world. We don't want to be selfish. Even as we just celebrated 51 years. What can we boast about? What can we look to you and say, God, you through it all. You have been with us. Whatever we have achieved as a nation is because of your help. And God, this morning we pray as we trust forward, Lord, we look to you and we continue to ask you to guide this beautiful nation, guide those who are at the helm of this nation, Lord, all our authority figures, Lord to bring them to you today, that you'll give them a heart of wisdom. They would seek you, they would turn, and they would depend upon you to see them through and to see that they become successful in whatever career, whatever vocation you have called us to, oh God. Father God, this morning, somebody will cry out in desperation, who need a touch this morning, a physical touch in their body today, a healing, Lord. We know that, God, you can look to you for everything, Lord. Pray that you would minister, you know, that desperate cry this morning, Lord, that you would reach down and you would touch those on the hospital bed, touch those who are going in surgery or delivery, whatever the situation might be this morning. Sometimes the doctor might say you might only have that day to live. It's difficult, it's grim, but God help me to call out to you this morning. Let there be a cry of desperation. Lord, help me. Lord, deliver me, defend me. Help me, God, to this situation. And God, even as we go through this day today, teach us to be looking to you, teach us to depend upon you, and teach us to trust in you this morning. We ask all these things with favor and with thanksgiving in Jesus' name. Amen and amen.
Amen and good morning. How are you doing today?
Struggling a bit, cool want to take me, but I'm there. Yeah,
Did you say you were struggling?
with the cold.
Oh,
Cool
you're
want to take
struggling
me.
with the cold.
I think
Okay.
I'm a bit, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but I'm good otherwise, yeah.
yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yes, I will.
Worry not thyself. You will be fine.
And you?
I'm good. I'm good. Um,
Good.
kind of woke up late this morning, real late. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know.
Your
One
body
of
just needed to rest, that's all.
yeah, I guess one of those days. Yeah, but I'm good. Other than that, I'm fine.
Okay, bless
All
the
right.
Lord.
How's Terry?
It's good.
All right, great.
Really,
And
yeah.
and your daughter?
She's doing good.
All right. Hey.
Yeah, she's doing good.
All right then. Well, take care of
Yeah,
yourself. All right then.
it's another
Bye
blessed
bye.
day. Bye.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning to the world. 11 minutes after the 7 o'clock drumsticks. She should be here shortly. Stay with us.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Fast pay, a new and easy way to pay. Fast pay, fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flow fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. Flow fast pay, flow fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
"13 minutes it is after the 7 o'clock drumsticks." Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. I read from the Word of God, Psalm 95. Oh, come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving and make a joyful noise with him with psalms. For the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods. In his hands are the deep places of the earth. The strength of his heels is his also. The sea is his, and he made it, and his hand formed the dry lands. Oh, come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people and the sheep of his pasture. And the sheep of his hands. Today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your heart, as in the province, and as in the days of temptation in the wilderness. This is the end of the scripture this morning.
Good morning to you, Jones. What's up, girl? How you doing?
I'm good for the time.
Okay.
How was your night?
Well, I slept. I slept so much that I overslept.
Okay.
Yeah, I overslept. When I got up, it was like 5 minutes to 6 o'clock.
Oh.
Yeah. And that is rare late. That is late beyond late.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yes, I did have a shower. Don't even start to think. I did have a quick shower. Don't even try that, Drum. Don't even try that. You stand to think. That's not good for you to think like that. I did have a quick shower. Okay, I did have a quick shower.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay, dear. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
you have a wonderful day.
You too, my darling. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. But you guys thinking that, it was late, but it was like in and out. It wasn't like no long kind of thing, bang, bang. Yeah, I remember that back in the day, when I lived with my sister and her children, so who are my nephews, and my other sister's children, my nieces and the nephew too, yeah. And we all lived together. And there was one time we used to do do timings of who could have a shower the fastest. And I did it in like 25 seconds one time. Don't ask me any questions. I did it in 25 seconds and that's that. Just leave it like that. Yes, my whole body was wet. Don't even ask any questions, eh? You guys never had any fun in your lives. Yeah, they say, no, he ain't bad. Please. 16 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. This is the time on Real FM Radio. Tell you what, we got the weather coming up at 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. And this morning, we have another guest. One that we've never had before. We have another guest on 20 questions. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think I'm liking this guest, yeah? Because I just sent him the link and he's already on. Better than the, what do you call him? The Kitaka guy? Yeah, better than him. This is the best guest that I've ever had on the 20 questions. So we're going to link with him round about the 7:30 hour. So you can have a cup of coffee. I see you smiling. I don't think I'm not seeing you. I see you smiling. You're cracking up. You're laughing and everything like that. Yeah. Oh, you got your coffee. Yeah. Well, I got mine too. Right. You got your coffee. So I'll be linking you in about just around 10 minutes. It's 17 minutes after. So at 7:30, that's when we start to reason and vibes with each other. And I got 20 questions for you. Don't know if you can handle it. Do I think you can? I pride myself in asking difficult questions. Remember that, eh? How's your dad? How's your dad? If your dad is good, just lift a finger. Ah, good. Give him my regards, yeah?
I say we have to prepare.
Okay, friends. We're standing by to link with the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office for the latest weather. Don't know who's there this morning, but nonetheless, you continue to trug along on the morning time on Real 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com.
WASA. Make sure your children wash their hands today. Wash your children's hands and do it properly. Use plenty soap and water to ensure that they are germ-free before each meal. After using the bathroom, there are plenty germs outside. So when they play, obey this rule. WASA. Make sure your children wash their hands today. A message from UNICEF and this radio station.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sizzles.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors.
Color by Sizzles.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sizzles. Sizzles. Express your style with Color by Sizzles.
I'm back and I got all the chicken for the barbecue.
Excellent Farms chicken? Look how fresh and clean.
Yes, hon, check the label. No steroids, hormones or preservatives. And it's 100% local.
What? No chemicals? So you mean Excellent Farms chicken is safe, nutritious and natural with farm to table freshness?
Exactly. Finally, we can enjoy quality poultry. And you should see how state of the art and sanitized the farm is. Plus, it's environmentally friendly.
You serious? And like they have everything from whole chicken to liver, gizzard, feet and more.
Correct. Now you hurry and start the seasoning up.
Excellent Farms, my safe and healthy choice. For wholesale and retail inquiries, call 444-3303.
Wait, I cooking all this chicken?
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seaton Brown Street, Grenville, and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or stop by one of our branches at Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. We're not just securing your finances, we're investing in your future. Let's grow, dream, and succeed together. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, building a brighter future for you, for us, for Grenada.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in cheap clothing, boats of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
So as we move along and groove along in the morning time, different strokes for different folks. That's what they say. But yeah, we've got. Remember, I told you we're gonna do some join for the weather. You forgot that? No, you can't forget that. No, you join for the weather. Most, if not every morning at around this time, and we hear a voice from the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office, and speaking to us this morning is Trisha Miller. Good morning, Trisha.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. I had a fantastic night, so much so that I woke up late this morning.
Oh, dear.
But that's all right. That's all right.
That night was really fantastic.
Yeah, man, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, basketball. There was basketball last night.
Oh, I see.
Whenever there's basketball, I'm good.
Okay.
And my team.
I hope your team won.
Of course, my team won. My team is a winning team now. Do you like basketball?
Maybe not as much as you. I'll look at it, but yeah, I don't have a team per se.
Okay, let me give you a joke. I'll give you a joke after the weather. Go on about basketball. Go on, give us the weather, and then I'll give you the joke.
All right, I can't wait for this joke.
All right, tell us.
Good morning to listeners of Real FM. It's a fair morning here at the airport. Winds are from the east at 13 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 13.3 millibars, which is just about the mean, and it's rising. Present temperature 25.4 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 79%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 29.8 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 25.1 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, only 1 millimeter of rainfall was recorded here at the MBIA. This brings the total for the month so far to 14.4 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The weather is expected to be generally fair and windy with a few light morning and nighttime showers. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 30.5 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate to rough, waves 7 to 10 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides will be low around 10 a.m. and high about 4 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:12. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:30. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be generally fair and windy with a few light morning and nighttime showers. From the Met Office, Trisha Miller.
Thank you very much, Trisha. And have yourself a wonderful morning.
You're welcome, and you too.
You don't want to joke, man?
Oh, yes, the joke. Sorry.
Well, you just got a joke. You're
I
laughing.
want to-
You
That's a
laughing
joke?
already? You're laughing already, Trish. No, here's what, and this is how my mind is, a crazy mind. I tell people that all the time. So we spoke about basketball. And then you said, well, you don't really like basketball. So I like basketball. You don't like basketball. So the next thing that came into my mind, Andre, the Bible says, unequally yoked.
Oh.
So you and I are unequally yoked. We don't like the same things. So, anything about marriage, that can't happen.
It can happen.
No, forget that.
Oh, dear. And I was really looking forward to it.
No, forget that.
I was hoping. Okay,
So you see how crazy my mind is, yeah, Trish? My mind is a crazy
I don't know
mind.
how you reach there from basketball.
I'm telling you, that's how my mind rolls. My mind's a crazy mind. Sometimes I'm thinking about nice ice cream and thing, and then I start thinking about never I land in the mountain I'll pick up nutmeg. And so I asked myself, but Andre, you were just thinking about ice cream. We're not
right? We're not make one. Maybe
and
not
then I'll say, well, where does nutmeg fit in the ice cream? I say, a flavor.
Flavor.
Yeah. So I ain't all that bad. It's just that I'm wild with my thinking.
With your thoughts. Okay.
Yes, wild thoughts, crazy thoughts. Anyway, my dear, have a wonderful day, yeah?
You too.
Okay, bye-bye. Right, good. That was Trisha Miller at the Morris Bishop International Airport. Giving us the weather this morning. Yeah. Crazy Andre. It's 28 minutes after. We've got 2 minutes before we go to the guy. But I tell you what, I'm looking at him. So you can't see him. I'm seeing him. So if he doesn't smile, then he's not going to come onto the program. He has to smile first. I have to see. Look at the smile. Oh, boy. No, you see how crazy guy could be. Yeah. But that's me. So, but did it rain last night on my side? I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know. I did do a little basketball, and then when I kind of like woke up and took a peek, I realized that my team, the Lakers, we won. Ha ha! Stop that! Can't touch this. MC Hammer can't touch it. Ooh, Hammer time. Yeah, Lakers time. Can't touch this. Oh, LeBron? He played like normal. This kid, what's his name? Austin Reeves. Yeah. This little white boy he could ball, man. Yeah, he can ball. The white boy could ball. Yeah. He's all right. Hey, friends. Good morning to you. And guess what? Our time has now moved on to exactly 7:30. My guest is already there, so let's say good morning to him. Christopher Dialli, good morning to you. What's up, my brother? How you doing today?
Good morning to you and your listeners. It's a pleasure being here this morning.
Well, the pleasure is mine to have you, sir. What were you grinning about? This isn't a grinning thing. This is serious grilling questions. So what's up with you? You grinning about my questions?
Well, no, I am a Laker fan also, so I enjoy.
Oh, you are? Well, let me tell you something. Let's just talk basketball. Just forget everything. You are a Lakers fan. Yo, bro. Let me tell you, Kitaka is not. No, he's not. He's a hater. Yeah, he's a hater, not a Laker.
We'll work on him.
Yeah. So how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm okay. It's not the first time I'm seeing you. I've seen you, but always at distances. And now you're at a distance, but I have you up close and personal this morning, right here in the studios with me. And that, of course, feels wonderful to have you with me this morning. And welcome to 20 Questions. And there I was boasting about 20 questions. I've only had one guest on 20 questions before. That was Kitaka. So I'm trying to build 20 questions to see how how we can roll with this on. What do you think? What are you expecting? And that is not one of the questions, eh? What are you expecting this morning on 20 questions?
Well, I guess we get to know it. You'll get to know me a bit more. I guess the 20 questions you'll get to have a bit more in-depth understanding of myself and I guess wherever those questions lead.
All right. I like how you put it that way. I will get to know you a bit more. But the important thing here is that the people who are listening and the people who are viewing, I want them to get to know you. And that is the objective, to get them to know you. And let me first of all establish and let folks know. Because there are those who want to, okay, fine, why are you bringing in Diali? Who's Diali? And you know what? No. I'm going to make that my first question. Who's Christopher Diali?
Well, there's a Christopher Diali Sr. and there's myself, Christopher Diali Jr. I would like to think I am a different version of my father, but I myself I've started in business and now presently I'm in agriculture. My journey as any young person has had any tribulations and hurdles, but I've always tried to like stay true to the fact that I love my country, I love my family, and I'll always try to do those things that are passionate to me.
All right. Do you realize, and this is the second of 20 questions, do you realize that the program that you're on this morning has a political swing to it?
No, I had no idea if that.
You have no idea. Okay, so the program this morning, right? Really and truly, when I developed the program, it had to do with me just wanting to do something different or something crazy on the radio. And I do crazy things, as you probably would have heard this morning. I do crazy stuff. And so in talking to Kitaka, I said, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And he says, oh, good. And then I said, you know what? You always have young people around you, a lot of them involved and doing, politics or whatever. Do you think that you guys can be my guest? And he's like, you sure you want to do that? I'm like, yeah, no problem. I ain't got no beef for that. Let's do something like that. And this is how it came about. And then the next thing I knew is that I was at the NNP's convention, and I heard your name go up, and you came out of you went into the convention without any accolades, and you came out with the accolade of a Flow member, and that was pretty interesting. And that was the first time I saw you. But let me let you know this. Right behind me here, you see me pointing right behind me here? That's your uncle's place, boy. That's Hubert right there behind me. And the other thing is, here's another laugh. That's your uncle's place behind there. And the building that I'm in, that's Robert. So you see, I'm all tied up with whites, eh? How's your mom? That's not one of the questions. How's your mom doing?
My mom is doing very well. She is busy as usual, and she's getting back to normal life, and everything is good to her right now.
I haven't seen your mom in oh no, that's not true. I think I saw her in New York sometime last year. Yeah, I think I saw her in New York last year. But before that, I hadn't seen and you'd hear, then you'd understand how well I know your mom, in that I will not say Mrs. Diali, I just say Naomi, because I've known her since King Hatchet was a hammer. Yeah, I've not seen her before that. I hadn't seen her in quite some time. Your dad, well,
yeah,
I have known him for eons too. We used to be hanging out when I was working at GBN. We used to be hanging out at Lynette's place
Yeah.
on Lucas Street there, the new shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to be hanging out there. So you see, I've been around a bit.
Yeah.
I've been around a bit. Now, are you married?
No, I'm single.
You're single, and I take this opportunity. It has been a past over the past year or so. It has been or the past few years, it has been a very tough one for the family, and heartfelt blessings and all the hugs and everything for the family. And you know what is in relation to we all are, that it happens, and let us now move on from it. Now, was she your only sibling?
Yes, my only sister.
Your only sister. Did you like her?
I loved her.
Oh.
We were a very tight household, so we are a very tight knit family. So yes, our relationship was we had a very competitive sibling relationship, but our love for each other and the benefit we give to our families in our respective ways is what made us special. So yes, I do miss her greatly.
Who was older, you or her?
I'm the oldest child.
You're the oldest child. Okay. Was she fun to hang out with?
She kept things very interesting. She kept me on my toes and most of the family on our toes. She always kept it very real with me, and I miss her dearly for that.
Okay. Well, it's important that you're able to embrace and then move on. But the what is most important is the mark that she would have had on your life, and that's good. Tell us about your mom and dad a little bit. Anything you want to say about them? Bad, good, indifferent. You don't want to talk about them, you could say that too.
I think everybody kind of more or less know my parents. They're pretty much fixtures in the community. As you know, my dad, former senator and manager of Citizen Spains, they've both been the pillars of my life. My mother is my confidant and close friend. We talk and discuss everything in life. My father is a person I admire greatly, and sometimes a person who keeps it honest and puts me in a position where I try to grow more from. So my parents are my greatest assets, and they try to give me the best to be the best I can be. So they are very important to me, and I think like any Grenadian, family is very important to all of us.
Trick question: who do you love more?
I love both of them the same. But
nah, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Come on. They won't be mad. Just say. Okay, just do me a favor. Just tell me only. Don't tell anybody else. Who do you love more?
I'm a little biased to my mother, but it's okay.
It came out. I know Chris is gonna deal with you. As soon as you finish with that program, Chris is gonna also you love her more, huh? Yeah, he's gonna come deal with you. Now, what are you involved in?
In terms of my politics?
No, we are not dealing with the politics yet. I want to get to know you. When I'm ready for the politics, we're gonna jump into it. What are you involved in? What do you do?
Well, I'm a mushroom farmer. I'm in agriculture. So I try to grow mushrooms. Before that, I was in business and finance. I used to be a certified financial planner and financial professional doing investment advisory. And then when I moved back to Grenada, I did more auditing and business development and business financing. And then I decided to embark on my own journey as an entrepreneur and try to dabble in business in Grenada and try to make a community impact in the best way I thought I could. And that would be right now mushroom farming.
Okay, you said when you moved back to Grenada, where were you?
I was in Canada at the time.
Okay, you studied there?
Yeah, I did my postgrad certificate in financial investments in Canada, and I worked there for 2 years after.
Did you work in the banking industry?
Yeah, I worked in BMO Nesbitt Burns in the investment advisory side of the business.
Okay. No, you mentioned something there, agriculture, and I love agriculture. As a matter of fact, this station loves agriculture. We have an agricultural program, and we're going to bring you in on that one of these days. It's on Thursdays. So we need to hear. But you spoke about when one speaks agriculture in Grenada, you're either talking animal rearing, cabbage, sweet potato, lettuce, the normal kind of thing. You're saying mushrooms. immediate. And again, you heard me speaking about how crazy my mind can get. And he said mushrooms. And I know that, back in the day, there was a mushroom that you drank. I wouldn't say what will happen to you when you drink the mushroom, but I would, what mushrooms? Who grows mushrooms? Why are you growing mushrooms? Is there a market for that in Grenada?
There's a huge market. I cannot supply the market completely because I'm still trying to figure out all the kinks in my business. But in terms of what mushrooms are and what they can do for our bodies, it's vastly important that we have that in our type of our food system in Grenada. I agree with you. We have the lettuce and tomatoes, the vegetables we do know. But mushrooms, it's a very important part of the ecosystem. It helps break down and repurpose most of the things in the ecosystem, and including our bodies. Our bodies understand mushroom more than any other vegetable you put in your body because it's closer linked to our DNA than any other vegetable or any other superfood you can get. Mushrooms is vastly important in how our bodies regenerate, repurpose cells, even refresh and rebuild certain cells in our body, in the mind also. And when I bounced up on mushrooms, it was really during COVID. I had a late night, as many people, like on YouTube, and the algorithm gave me a video at 1 o'clock in the morning, which was a guy in his garage doing mushrooms, and he said that he made close to about 100 to 300,000 US a year doing this in his garage. So curiosity led me down a rabbit hole, and I went after article until the time was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And by about 8 o'clock that morning, I had a business plan written up. My mother's normally my test in any viability of any business. So I gave it to her to like read through, and she told me, no, this could work. She is a person who's very into her health and that kind of thing. And she said, I always love mushrooms, but we don't have it in Grenada. And I'm sure a lot of people in the country believe the same, that we only have one variety of mushrooms, and that's normally the mudbone mushrooms. I go into mushrooms that are hardwood type mushrooms, which are gourmet type mushrooms, which give a lot more benefits to our body and have a lot more medicinal benefits to our health. So yes, I took a leap. I tried to bet on myself and try to do something that is a little different in agriculture. I wanted to not just go on the path of what we're accustomed knowing, but embark on a path that we can involve more young people into agriculture and start to grow some people's curiosity in agriculture.
But how does one? Because the only mushroom I'm familiar with in Grenada is what we call Jumbie umbrella.
Yeah.
Those. That's the only thing I'm familiar with. But how does one grow mushrooms?
Most times you can collect spores, some in nature, and you can buy spores online. But mushrooms is really just a mixture of hardwood, maybe a sawdust. I put sawdust in a bag. I soak the bag to a point where the sawdust is slightly moisturized, and then I inject the spores into that, which has already been growing on some myceliated type of rice grain or rye grain. And once that is transferred, it takes about 6 weeks. It's a long process, not a short process. But once it's done, the mushrooms kind of just eat the hardwood naturally for its food and keep growing and growing until there's no more anything for it to grow on. So I enjoyed. I think, well, when I first grew my first bag of mushrooms, I was more excited than anything else. Doing this from my hands, doing this from something I saw online, and creating something so beautiful. Watching it grow was amazing. And it just kind of like snowballed into a passion that created a business.
What you're telling me here, and this is question number 7. Yeah, we're in number 7 now. What you're telling me here is that it's something I remember from Trinidad. I attended. I did a course at UWI, St. Augustine in Trinidad, to do with forage for animals, and One of the things I learned, and one of the places that we visited, a special area where there are people growing animals. However, they were what you call, they're described as landless farmers because all the animals were packed around their homes, and they will go, they had a van, they will go, and when you see that van coming back with the amount of forage on that van to feed their animals for 1 week, week and a half, whatever. But they were landless farmers, and you're giving me the indication now that your mushroom thing is basically done without no acreage and acres and acres of land.
No, I this new type of farming right now is obviously we're not. Our ecosystem is a very small ecosystem. We don't want to take all our arable lands to make agriculture. We have very industrialized areas. My mushroom farm is in Greater Investment Development Complex in GIDC. It's in a warehouse. It has no soil anywhere around it. It's in tents. It's under grow lights. It's nowhere near any like mud or open air or anything like that. You can do that in your home, in your garage. You can do that if you have a downstairs basement. You can do it anywhere you want. It depends on what you're interested in. And farming now is migrating away from where we use huge swaths of land and focus on microclimates, focus on using urban landscapes to create our food. And once we do that, we preserve our ecosystem, preserve our areas where we get all our fresh water from and our clean air from. We want to keep those areas not from going into industrialized farming. We want to use the urban landscape to encourage type of farmers and new types of farming. Because to be honest, out of less than 3,000 square foot of land, the capacity of a fully functioning, maxed out mushroom farm could produce close to 4,000 pounds of mushrooms. I have not gotten there as yet, but I'm trying to work up to that. But the reality is that with more investment and development in this sector, we can create much more larger types of agriculture in smaller and smaller spaces.
I am still. You should be the one asking me the questions this morning because I'm just flabbergasted. I've been blown away by this, because I speak to my co-host on the agriculture program, a gentleman called Bertrand John. You probably would have met him, BJ, and BJ does hydroponics, and that is the closest I've come to agriculture not using soil. If you understand what I'm saying, growing plants not using soil. But you've taken me again to a different level. You're telling me that you're inside a GIDC building. GIDC building, as far as I'm concerned, is for people to do adding value to products and doing production of maybe jams and jellies and juices and whatever. That's how I'm seeing these buildings. Now you're telling me that you growing mushrooms inside it. Who eats mushrooms anyway?
You'll be surprised. Everybody eats mushrooms. If you know to cook mushrooms, everybody eats mushrooms. I can make a mushroom pasta that will blow anyone's mind. The mushrooms has its own flavor profile. It's if a lot of our community is pulling away from a lot of meat eating. A lot of our health concerns we can see from global health indications that meat and the type of way the industrialized ways of rearing meat is creating a lot of our cancers. And a lot of people are pulling back from eating meat on a 7 days a week basis and scaling that back. So they're looking for ways to have the same satisfaction of eating meat without the consequences. And mushroom is one of the greatest substitutes for meat. And it's just like peas, it gives you the same sort of nutrition, but the texture can compare with lobster or anything like that. And that is the type of things I want to create. I want to create a sustainable future that is guided by more healthier principles. We as a nation, we are seeing too much of our fellow Grenadians dying from an incomprehensible amount of diseases. And we want to create a society that is more healthier, more vibrant, and that starts with the food system. That starts with our agriculture, and that's we need to rethink agriculture and rethink the way we view agriculture, with the systems, the processes, and not just that, the types of agriculture we grow, the superfoods that we need to start growing, and encouraging in schools and encouraging from parents to cook for their children at a young age. So these things are destigmatized. I don't want kids to wonder what is lion's mane mushrooms or what is oyster mushrooms. It should be available in the supermarket, and kids supposed to point it and like say, "Mom or Dad, what is that?" And they'll say, "Oh, let me pick that up for you. I'll cook you some mushroom pasta later, or stir fry that with some vegetables and give you." I am deeply passionate about our food system, and I think that this is a way we can embark in creating more variety in our food system.
I'm just being blown away. And where do you sell your where are your mushrooms sold?
Right now, it's mostly to private clients because I have not reached the commercial level where I can go to all supermarkets. Most times, most of my private clients buy out nearly all my mushrooms because when I have a huge stock of mushrooms, most people have a pre-ordered amount. And so by the time it's out of, I take it off the blocks, it's pretty much sold. But I'm trying to scale up the processes. I'm trying to refine it. I'm trying to make sure I can go to supermarkets before the middle of this year and create a larger supply so that everyone can go to supermarkets and see gourmet mushrooms grown in Grenada.
So do you have to water it like, at any time? Do you have to water the
It's in the room constantly. It has to stay at very high humidity. So there's a humidifier in the room blowing small water molecules into the air constantly. So when you open a grow tent, it's normally hits you with a blast of like mist of water. So it's like constantly humid inside there, and that's the type of environment that they thrive in.
Well, if you're talking water like that, then you have air conditioning and so running 24/7, is it? No?
Unfortunately, yes, because sometimes the like in the nighttime cooling, I don't have to run it that much, but during the daytime hours, the heat sometimes spikes way beyond what's comfortable for the mushrooms. So I obviously had to like manipulate that and try to cool it down with AC and try to keep it as in a temperature window where they thrive the most. So yes, I would love to streamline that to create that more solar panel energy and solar energy to augment that use of electricity. But in time, everything will come. So I'm working on that.
You're working on that. Yeah. So does the fact that you're into the grid and you're using up power from the grid and it is so very expensive, does that throw you off in terms of pricing?
No, not as yet, because as I said, we have not reached to like at this moment the amount of electricity we use is not to say it's spiking to that amount. We use highly efficient ACs. It doesn't run 24/7. There's times when it's raining and we don't need to run ACs at all when it's raining for a couple of days because the natural ambient temperature outside keeps the overall temperature in a manageable range. So it all depends. It's a situation where you can't sleep on it. You always have to check on it to make sure everything's going smoothly. But yes, hopefully we'll become more energy self-sufficient soon.
I used to like to see Keith Clouden with his Wellingtons, his water boots in his foot and thing, and looking smooth and thing, and shirt buttoned all the way up, and selling cherry tomatoes in town. But it looks like you've taken it to a different level. You're probably on your way to the office. You probably pass in there to check and make sure that they're good. And you got your tie. You move up from Keith Clouden. You got your tie and your jacket and everything. Is that what it is?
To be honest, I sometimes don't have to go to the office. I have cameras and I have my cell phone. So it's with technology, we don't have to like waste our time continually like monitoring. So yes, I do have to go in the office sometimes to pick off some mushrooms, but I monitor everything sometimes on my phone. Most of my business is done from my phone. I message my clients. I check on the status of tents and move on from there. So it's trying to make proper utilization of time and management of my business.
Wow. Well. Mushrooms. I never did believe I'll ever come in contact with someone who does mushrooms. So is there space in Grenada for another person wanting to grow mushrooms at this time?
Oh, I would love for more people to come into the space because then we can learn from each other's mistakes and see what each other is doing that can help better this better. There's so many varieties of mushrooms. There's not one person can do everything, and I don't want. I just want to be a trigger for a lot more other people to come into the space to see where I have gone wrong, better from me, and maybe I can learn from them. I want to create a community where we embark on different types of agriculture for new generation, for smartphone generation. We don't want to continually doing the same things from the past and expecting a different result. We want to ensure that we push mixed technology, health, and make sure that we can create a new ecosystem that is better serving all of us.
Can this be done outdoors? Because you're doing it inside in a controlled environment. Can this be done outdoors and provide the same yields and so like what you get inside?
Given our temperature fluctuations, a lot of rain, high heat, sometimes cooler temperatures, sometimes that is not conducive. But however, there are mushrooms that grow naturally in our environment, like turkey tail mushrooms that are in our forests. It break when you see logs in a forest and you see sometimes this kind of mushroom growing on it. That is a edible mushroom. It's called
It's edible?
Yeah, it's edible.
Jumbie umbrella is edible?
Not jumbie umbrella. That type of mushroom. Any mushroom that grows off logs or trees, it's not all edible, but most of them are.
How do you know?
You'll have to you can go to different types of mushroom pages and compare the mushroom, the picture to the type of mushroom. And they'll then give you steps in terms of how to prepare it and other things. But there are people in Grenada who go up in the mountains and they forage mushrooms. A lot of mushrooms we have here are not like gourmet mushrooms, but is indicative of our environment and the type of trees we have. So a lot of people like the type of eating from where your land is. So a lot of mushrooms that some people used to consume were in the forest. And I won't think commercial scaling up, you can do it outside. I think more commercial scaling, you have to do it under manageable temperatures and a managed managed environment. But really and truly, it can work in both scenarios, just maybe not as high yielding.
Okay. Here's a lady from the Resource area. She just sent a message there. Her name is Florence Cyrus. Good morning, Flo. And she's saying, good morning to the Real FM family. Brilliant idea. I love mushrooms and can't get enough because of the cost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I know people who, when they go to the States, they sneak at least a couple bags of mushrooms so they could come back home and cook mushrooms. A lot of people love mushrooms, and I think with more and more people entering the space and more mushroom farmers, you can create an environment where most people can go anywhere on the side of the road and pick up a bag of mushrooms. That is my dream. I want all types of mushrooms available for the market and all Grenadians to have it. I want it to be in our oil down. I want it to be in our broths. I want it to be in all our curries. I want it to be in all our foods, so that we can get that nutrition in all types of culinary expertise.
Are you a chef too?
No, but I am very, very fond of food. I'm a foodie.
Okay, I get you. Now let's again. This is how crazy I am. Let's shift gears. Blam. You're into politics, young man. How did you get there? And don't tell me daddy. Yeah? Don't tell me daddy. How did you get
my father? My father, if anything, never wanted me to go close to politics in this way. He believed there's different types of way of showing patriotism. This really started from my grandmother, Avis Diali. She's a fervent supporter of the New National Party. And when her health wasn't as strong as she would like, in one of her lucid moments when it was pre-2022 election, she asked me as one of her oldest grandchildren to do what she couldn't do and try to help in any way I could. And I volunteered with Nolan Cox's campaign to help in any way. I didn't really think it was any big deal. I just was help dropping people here and there, helping them to get to one place to another, just helping in any way I could. And in the doing that, I learned a lot from the politics on the ground, hearing what people say, and learning from other stalwarts in the party. And I eventually kind of like took a liking to the not the politics, but the people.
Mm-hmm.
I started to really love the people and the community that was in the party. And I eventually saw a lot of things that needed to change and needed more a youthful direction shift. I think that we needed more technology, we needed smarter ways of doing politics. And I am a fervent believer in that a Gandhi saying, be the change you want to see in the world.
Mhm.
I don't ever like to blame or wish for others to do for me. I always try to like, if I want it, I need to do it for myself. So I more or less took the leap into helping out more and volunteering more in the party. And that's kind of what drew me to the party. It was really my grandmother who kind of asked to help, and I kind of took it on from there and ran with it.
And do you believe you did the right thing?
100%. In the early days, like how fast the politics came in terms of how things changed, and being on an executive today, I never expected that. What I would say is that every day that I'm in, I'm learning something new. I'm learning more about my people. I'm learning more about my community. And that gives me a deep sense of purpose of trying to like be that change, trying to put in a difference in the community and trying to help my brothers in arms like Attacker to help bring a forth a vision and to help bring more young people in the fold and try to bring I think too much of even my friends are too disenfranchised in our local politics. We quick to watch CNN and a BBC and look what's going on in the global world, and we can know what's the latest tweet from Donald Trump, but we don't know what's going on in our community. We don't take an active role in our community. And I think that's a very sad thing for my generation and younger. We need to start to like see ourselves as a solution to a lot of the problems. And I'm trying by the way of my action to try to bring forth that.
What has been the greatest shock for you getting into, well, frontline politics, I have to say? What's been the greatest shock for you?
Well, I don't think I'm in frontline.
Not frontline, but you're there. You are in the executive. That's as frontline as you can get anyway.
But yes, I'm not deterred by it. But one of the shocking things that happened after becoming an executive is how much young people that came up to me after and said, I'm so encouraged that a young person was bold enough to like go and try to like make a difference. I thought everybody was just going to allow it for the old people to just keep running politics. And I laughed, and I keep hearing that from so many people, like, even though they don't believe in the party I am supporting, they do believe in more youths coming up. They believe in more of the younger generation grabbing hold of the steering wheel and guiding our nation to brighter futures. I do see a lot of people on both sides of the aisle wanting and clamoring for more youths and more people from all walks of life to come up and take control and try to be able to like help our community grow from new heights and not continually rely on old branded politics to be our guiding principles. We need to reform our politics and reform the way we view politics.
What would you say is your biggest challenge, I dare say, at this point in time in relation to you in politics and you in politics with the new National Party?
Personally, I would never seen myself in politics with not being in a new National Party. To me, I grew up, I'm 35 years of age, and to me, most of my life I knew one consistent prime minister, that's Dr. Keith Mitchell. And I believe that he has done so much for the country. He is a patriot, and he has done his best for the country and put the country on a pedestal that we need to start to lift up even higher. And I think it is upon our generation to take what he has started and make it even better and more robust for even my kids, my future kids, to look at and see that this is something that our country can and my family could be proud of. I really want not just my time in politics, but I want the new national party to represent not just me, but everyone my generation. I want people to see a politics that is representative of them, a generation that they can see themselves in their politicians. And that is what I want to bring to the National Party. I want to bring new ideas. I want to bring new policies. I want to help shake things up. And I also want to listen and learn from all the things that have worked and have not worked, and learn how to make new ideas fit into an old system, and how to marry both so that they can make sure that can bring the most benefit to all people. Learning that has been one of my greatest challenges. Sometimes you think you have an idea and realize that they had that idea 10, 15 years ago. So I am really encouraged by learning more and embarking on new challenges and trying to help build not just my community, but build everyone around me.
Now, one of the biggest things that a lot of young people would say, you see me, I don't want to be involved in politics. No, leave me out of that. How do you intend to? Because you have your peers who would say that and are saying that to you even at this time. How are you planning to change their view, to cause them to think different? And yes, to cause them to support your party, but even if they don't support your party, but they realize that they must make a contribution to politics in one way or another because it is what keeps them. How do you intend to do that?
I try to tell all my friends, politics is people. We're all people. And politics shifts and changes over time. We had one way of doing things in Grenada, and I don't think it's so hard for my generation to understand what's at stake. I think the present way or the present model in which we've conducted our politics, mean spirited, trying to tear down individuals, try to tear down on personal attacks. I think people want a type of politics that is more idea driven. People want to hear ideas on what can better individual lives, want to hear ideas that would help create a future for their children. We see an environment where young people are facing inflation, they're facing a rent crisis where the rent is so expensive that no one single person can afford just on an average salary, afford to rent groceries and other bills. We're in a society that's getting even more expensive, and yet we see our governments and our leaders not putting in policies that give us a pathway of ease, trying to allow young people to grow in a country that they're sacrificing to build. We're a generation that is going to inherit a lot of different changes. In our generation, we have seen a lot of different wars, change in the internet. Now we're going to see a change in AI and how this is going to disrupt a lot of professional services. We're seeing a world that is constantly changing. It's building our anxiety, it's weighing on our mental health, and we're continually concerned that there are not much people who are really concerned about the problems that are facing us. We're facing a lot of issues, and we need people who understand that young people are trying to grow. They're trying to acquire land so they can build a house. They're trying to send their children to school. They're trying to do all these things, and all they're seeing is bills increasing and increasing. And our economy is being a little more stagnant, and they want to see a country and leaders that are focused on building a pathway that all Grenadians can thrive. So yes, I do believe that in terms of my peers, I believe leading by example is the first step. I don't want to like just talk and not walk the walk. I want people to like be able to like approach me and have real conversations, even though I not like it, on a different type of politics. You may not agree with all my politics, but we can all have a discussion on ideas on which that can help better us. And when I think our conversation on our politics return to a conversation of how we can create the best ideas and bring in the best people to create to bring forth that vision, then we'll start to look at a more unified politics, politics that is geared towards all people and not just one specific party.
Before I go to your next question, I must draw your attention to your phone. I want you to take your phone, and I caused somebody to send you a picture that I just got. I sent it to them. I didn't have your contact, so I couldn't send it directly to you. Do you see a picture there on your phone?
Yes.
Right. What is that?
That is a type of mushroom.
Uh-huh.
It is normally grown within like shrubs, trees, and under like in the forest foliage. No, it is not an edible mushroom. It is not an edible mushroom. It's a beautiful mushroom to look at.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful mushroom to look at, but it's not an edible mushroom. I would not tell anyone to go on it. It is used for medicinal reasons, though. So some people use it for medicinal purposes, but it's not really a mushroom to go and put in a pasta.
Okay, well, there's a guy called Top Cat. Top Cat is a mechanic. He does body work. So tell him, don't do the work on that body, please. Don't use that one, because he sent me that and said he found that one in his lands, in the mountains. Yeah, he found that one in his lands in the mountain, and so Top Cat, I know you're listening. And you just heard Mr. Diali say to you, that one is not necessary for cooking. So it's for more medicinal purposes. All right? All right. So Top Cat, I hope that you heard that. We don't want to talk about you. We want to continue talking to you. But can this one cause damage and maybe kill you if you were to ingest it?
Some like there are stories where people go foraging for mushrooms in the forest and they take up one mushroom and cook it for their family, and they end up having toxic shock syndrome, where so not all mushrooms are edible. I always tell people you can take a photo of a mushroom, you can put it into Google Images, and you can easily find the type of mushroom it is and if it's edible or not. Technology is your friend. Use it. And don't be afraid to like Google anything.
No. We have a situation where, only last week, and we're moving, I'm going to take you just for a minute here to, again, sticking with young people. Only last week, a young man lost his life by shooting. And unexplainable, because all this time you don't have a reason for it. And then, some people say, no, it's gangs, it's this, it's that. To that one person, Chris, who is listening to you this morning and tired of hearing my voice, but hearing somebody new, what would you tell them? What's your biggest message to young people who are into deviant behaviors today? What's your message to them?
I think people sometimes forget how, in life's path, how easy it is to fall off one's path and go down a bad road. I don't think, first we need to take away judgment from people who has had any sort of circumstance in which they have made some mistakes. That's one thing. We need to judge these people less. Secondly, for any young person who is going on some sort of road that people don't think that it's good for them, first question we should ask is, what is that young person dealing with? What are they dealing at home? What are they dealing in their personal life? Are they okay in their mental health? Do they feel loved? Do they feel, a part of society and community? A lot of us, and I'm including myself in that, sometimes we are too quick to judge and cast people off without like giving some people a time to or even the hand up to help them out of their situations.
Mm-hmm.
Any person who is going under some sort of circumstance where it's not all in their control, but they have to deal with it, I'm trying to tell them, you're gonna have to keep your head up. You'll have to look within yourself. We all face deep challenges in life. We have to look in ourselves to say, what do you want for your life? And most times, none of us picture a life wasted. Most of us don't picture our lives squandered and not providing some sort of value to our kids, our parents, our aunts and uncles. We all want to be a part of society and contribute. I don't think there's not one person in life who doesn't want to feel a level of community and contribution and feeling value. I think trying to go to people and trying to see how we can help them, and also they have to want to help themselves. They have to see that life, as unfair as it is sometimes, that we all have to take accountability and look ourselves in the mirror and pull our own selves up. Sometimes we can't always look for everyone to pick us up. Sometimes we have to pick ourselves up and form our own vision, form our own path, and have the heart and the strength and the backbone to sometimes walk through that path, even though the winds may be tough. And in life, everything is a level of tough. There's no one in Grenada or anywhere in the world that is not facing some sort of pressure, either it's personal or job-wise or a mix of both. We all face it. I just think that young people now, we have tools in our hands, in our society. Information is not closed off as it is before. YouTube is not YouTube, it's YouTube University. Use the tools to educate yourselves. Find ways to find your own passion. Find things that matter to you and fight for those things. And maybe your life will be filled with purpose. So any young person that is facing any type of circumstance, I always try to tell them, not this day may be hard, but tomorrow might be easier. But keep pushing, and we all can find a way to pull ourselves back off a pathway where we're going. We just need to focus on God, sometimes family, sometimes people who are well-wishers, and even though you don't have none of those three, make sure you can believe in a purpose that is yours, and being able to contribute in a meaningful way to society.
You are on the executive of the New National Party. I'm not sure I remember everybody who's on the executive, but you have yourself there. Kitaka is there. Ms. Japal Joseph is there. Ms. Charles, meaning Mayana Charles, she's also there, and all these people I'm calling, including your political leader at now, your new political leader. All you people can be considered as young people. From where I sit, I'm an old man. From where I sit, all you people can be and are young people. How do you think that works for the development, the continued development of the New National Party?
I think in every organization also has to go through its own renaissance and its own period of rebirth. Our organization has probably one of the longest lasting, strongest political parties in this country. And it has been guided by a strong man, which was Dr. Keith Mitchell, the Honorable Dr. Keith Mitchell. And he built that party to what it is today. And only thing, when we see someone who has put in their blood, sweat, and tears to build an organization, and not just an organization, but a family, I could truly tell you it's a family, is to feel encouraged by, we need to even make that family and that house even better and bigger and more modern and more and better, so that everyone can feel it's a home for them. I think that's the only way to make it all more valuable. Make his efforts more valuable, make his legacy more valuable, and also build upon that legacy to make Grenada even better. The advantage of having such young individuals, especially guided by a political leader like Honorable Emmeline Pierre. I did not know Honorable Emmeline Pierre more so than I do know her in last year. Okay. We really got together in terms of meeting and talking and getting to know each other within the last year. Most of the things people, when they talk about our new political leader, they don't know much about her. And I'm one of those individuals who did not know much about my political leader. But one thing I would tell you is that she is a woman, a force. not as a force of immense strength and confidence, but a boy mom, someone who's a mother, someone
Yeah,
who
yeah.
understands men, understands young men.
A soccer mom.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's a soccer mom. Yeah.
she can. I've never felt uncomfortable. She allows me to speak. She listens. Like first time speaking to her, I threw so much different ideas at her. She listened to every single word I had to say and gave me a rebuttal that kind of made me think, huh, I did not think about that. She's a thoughtful, compassionate, empathetic. Um, I can't rave much more about her. Having a political leader like that, as a young man, having someone who also believes in your ideas but allows you to grow and ask you questions to help you grow. I think that our nation needs that type of leader right now. We need someone who's willing to push young people beyond what they think they're capable of. And the young people around her, myself, Akitaka, Mayana, Amanda Japal, George, these individuals are continually more enthused every time we're around her. We get reinvigorated because we saw someone who spent the long road to get to where she is, someone who has dedicated her life to people, and someone who is that type of person is someone we need in our society to be elevated. A woman of that caliber needs to be elevated because I'm a person who believes in strong women, and strong women play a
Well, you must. Your mom is a strong woman. Come on. You
yes.
have to.
I believe in a strong woman, and NMP is a party of the woman. It's a party for women. It's a party for people who believe in strength of a woman. And I couldn't feel more encouraged by the type of political leader I have. The friends around me, we all march in lockstep to make sure that we put her in a position that she can pull in more young people around her. I don't want to be one of the few young people around her. I want to bring in galvanize 100 more young people to come and listen to what she says and want to hear how she can make the country better. My time in politics has only been, I guess, it has been some fuel has been thrown on it by Ms. Honorable Emily Pierre being our political leader. I think that she is an excellent candidate. I think she's someone who really has our best country's interests at heart. All the young people now, we want to make sure the vision matches up to what the youth think is important. We want to make sure that we help in policy building, that we help put in the type of acumen and type of technology, the type of things we put around her to spread her message is something that we all could be proud of. And she's a very spiritual woman, and she has a very strong moral compass. And I believe in someone who understands who they are and is in line with their purpose. And she's very much in line with her purpose. And I think we're all kind of feeling more in line with our purpose in helping her reach hers.
You're at question number 19 now, based on my count here. And for question number 19, I'm going to give you one word, and you are going to take that word in whichever direction that you believe you should take it. And that word is vision.
Where do I want to take that vision?
Wherever you want to take the word vision, speak on vision, whichever way you want to go with it. We're waiting on you.
I think truly we have always short-term planned in this country by administration or by a tenure. We need to have a vision of where Grenada needs to be in 20 years from now. We need to have a vision 2050 or something like that. We need to have a vision that sets the country and a generation up for a lifetime. I've seen all this advancement in hotels, and I understand all the beautiful hotels, but we need to also make our country more beautiful. And we need to create more microeconomies that make our country more vibrant economically. We need to spread that wealth throughout all our communities in the country. And we need to make sure that our vision is focused on people, not vision on self, but vision on people. When we all win, the country wins. When the tide rises, all boats rise. We want to make sure that our vision is about uplifting people, and when people are uplifted, the country itself is uplifted. So the policies and plans and that vision is only to uplift people.
Final question, and I don't want you to answer yes, no, because you could answer yes, no to this question. And I got a message while you're talking. I got a message on my WhatsApp, and I want to read the message from you for you, and then the question will come. Message says, "I see a potential candidate in the making. Is Christopher Dialli thinking about this somewhere in the back of his mind that one day, yes, maybe I will get into it and ask people to vote for me and support me so that I can do more for them in the front line now? And if so, which constituency might that be?"
Well, I have no inclinations of jumping totally into frontline politics.
Mm-hmm.
I've just gotten used to the altitude and atmosphere at the executive. So let me take some time to acclimatize at the altitude at the executive, and maybe one day. To be honest, I'm a patriot. I love my country. I love my people. And as I've told Honorable Emmeline Pierre, I would always try my best to serve my country in the best way forward. I would not say it's out of the realm, but I would say at this present moment, no, I have not made any plans as to do such. But I would always do what's best for my family and for my community and myself. And hopefully all those three things will align one day. But at the moment, I'm very, very much focused on helping my political leader and my party to reform and create a renaissance that is needed for the future.
And what constituency might that be? Do you have an idea?
What constituency that'll be?
Where do you live now, though?
I live in the south of St. George, South St. George.
South St. George. So it probably could be South St. George. It probably could be. It could be anywhere. It could be St. Patrick. It could be St. Patrick. You've got roots here. You've got roots in St. Mark. It could be St. Mark too. So
it could be Duquesne. It could be.
You're right.
All those places my neighbor Stringberry. So,
Yeah. Your neighbor string is one that get cut up and a little piece go everywhere. Yeah. That happened to your neighbor string. But I must. I have to go back to the to where we started. There's no plan on starting in the agricultural thing, but it just led us there. And there's so many comments in relation to people talking about the mushroom. Who was talking about the something with black rice or something like that? The Haitian black rice is made from mushroom. Somebody is saying that. Somebody is speaking about different sauces. Somebody spoke about there's a mushroom sauce that can be used instead of using sugar to brown the meat. You use that mushroom sauce. So people are very interested in this mushroom thingy. But then here is my final question. Because people are so very interested in it, it means that there is a market for it in Grenada, yes. But do you think that there is available funding, and I'm talking re-government here, for this sector or any other sector within the agriculture? How do you see monies available from Development Bank or from any other financial institution that government has? Do you see that?
Well, to be very honest, I wouldn't have been able to start this business if it wasn't for the Grenada Development Bank.
Mm-hmm.
During COVID, and that COVID on loan for businesses to start new businesses for 1%, that is what kickstarted my business. If it wasn't for the GDB, my business would not be here today. So I would applaud the Grenada Development Bank for trying new types of businesses in the community and trying to invest that. Do I think it's enough? No, I don't think it's enough. I think for financing in the Caribbean for businesses is a whole topic that will take me a much longer time.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that we need to rethink these things. The present model is not built for the type of companies that will be needed for tomorrow. You need to, companies are not, the new companies have to be given a certain length, a certain type of financing model that will allow them to focus more on growth than repayment. And I think that is a little thing in our system that we focus so much business to go straight into profit than on creating a model that is sustainable. And we need to start rethinking that type of financing model, but we need to have a more robust type of financing model for all types of businesses, not just only in agriculture, but all types of new industries that are opening up. The superfood industry is one of them in agriculture. There's many other industries that we have to open up, and we need financing models and types of grant funding and stuff that are available to businesses like mine and many others. I don't think it's enough. I think we need a lot more. I think we need a lot more thinking of the way we do things and how we redo the type of system we have. Because we have a strong agriculture system. It's just to create more vibrancy in that system that would create more profitability for everybody.
All right, so let me give you a bit of information so that you can gloat on for. I'm giving you bragging rights on something. The first time Kitaka appeared on the program, I had to ask people, beg people to, hey, come on, let's give Kitaka at least 100 likes before he leaves the program. You realize I didn't really say anything about the likes this morning, and you got to 100. So you have bragging rights on the roster. You have bragging rights on the roster. You've gotten to 100 this morning. And our viewers, those who are viewing at this particular point in time, it's like, what, 333 viewers, and that's a lot for a Tuesday morning. 100 likes there for a Tuesday morning. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do the nice thing. I'm just going to hit the like button because I didn't, so I just made it 101. So you're better than Kitaka because I had to beg for him to get to 100. So you have bragging rights on him. But yeah. Well, he's listening. I know he's listening for sure. So he knows. Yeah. And he's probably killing himself now, but he knows. But Diali, let me take this opportunity here to thank you so very much for being a part of my program this morning. 20 questions. I'm sure I did more than 20 questions anyway. However, I believe you have so much in relation to a different kind of agriculture, and it is something that persons aren't too familiar with in Grenada. And I take this opportunity now to extend an invitation to you to be on my agricultural program, not this Thursday, but one of the Thursdays. But how I want to do it, I want to do it live, meaning I want you to go to your place so that we can show people what is growing inside there and how this thing is growing, and you can really speak to the people and sort of give them that jolt that they need to get involved in different agriculture. And thank you so very much for being a part of the program this morning. And somebody is saying, hey, Andre, check the likes, it's grown. Let me see what it has grown to 126. Yeah, Kitaka did.
It's not a competition. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. I appreciate being here this morning. It was a pleasure sitting here with you and talking, and I hope your viewers enjoyed.
Yeah, they most definitely did enjoy it. Again, so I'll be in contact with you, and we'll decide on what Thursday you'll be a part of the program. I will tell Uncle Hugh what you said. Hello.
Tell Uncle Hugh, but I said hi.
Yeah, and I'll also tell him you said to give me a bottle of wine. You'll pay for it when you get up. Hey, Chris, take care of yourself, man. And hey, give my respects to your mom, but especially to your dad. That guy is my real friend.
All right, I will.
Okay, then take care now, and God bless you.
Have a good morning.
Oh, you too. Wonderful. This is Real 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Broadcasting from studios located Main Street Tears, right here in beautiful, historical St. Patrick. What we're going to do, friends, so we're going to take a commercial break, and we will be right back. Do stay with us.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Scissors.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Scissors.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Scissors. Scissors. Express your style with Color by Scissors.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
WASA. Make sure your children wash their hands today. Wash your children's hands and do it properly. Use plenty soap and water to ensure that they are germ-free before each meal. After using the bathroom, there are plenty germs outside, so when they play, obey this rule. WASA. Make sure your children wash their hands today. A message from UNICEF and this radio station.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need with savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seaton Brown Street, Grenville and Grandance. Call us on 442-8602 or stop by one of our branches at Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. We're not just securing your finances, we're investing in your future. Let's grow, dream, and succeed together. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. The Credit Union of Grenville, building a brighter future for you, for us, for Grenada.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there.
Good morning once again.
Everybody's scram
back with you
to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey.
Yeah, back with you.
And there's no telling what they'll do.
What's up, people? How you doing?
Careful.
Hey, we need
you gotta be careful.
The subscribers. Yeah, to subscribe. Just click that subscribe button.
Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, come on, hit that subscribe button.
You gotta be careful.
We want to push that subscribe. We at what, 4,280 thereabouts subscribers. We need to get to at least 5,000. When we get to 5,000, then I'll tell you what we're gonna happen. So, right, good morning. And Anne Maria Stafford, how are you doing? You're in from Trinidad. Okay, good. Nice. Did you hit the like button, Anne Maria? Hit the like button and also ensure that you subscribe to the channel. We just want that channel to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. All right. That's the only how we will be able to serve you in the way you need to be served. Now, it was my intention, honestly. It was my intention to go into another segment of the program this morning. But after speaking with young Diali there, I don't think that we needed to go into anything else this morning. So how can I hear from you? I can hear from you if you decide that you want to give me a call. Yeah. I can hear from you if you decide you want to give me a call. The number is 442-0175. That's the landline. And the WhatsApp number, it is the same, 442-0175. You can call and you might want to ask me a question. You might want to congratulate young Diali on his appearance or presentation here this morning, which I personally think was really, really and truly wonderful. So who's the first person that's going to call? I have a feeling my first call will come from the parish of, let me see, St. Mark. I just have a strange feeling that I will get a call from St. Mark first. If you don't want St. Mark to be the first, then you know what you need to do. You just need to dial. So if you're in Trinidad, you can dial before the person from St. Mark. 442-0175. That's the WhatsApp number and the landline. Of course, you feel free to give us a call at this line. Let me see who's going to call first. Should I hush and then wait? Yeah, I'm gonna hush for as long as I can, which of course is not very long. And somebody's WhatsApping me on my personal phone. Okay, incoming call. Okay, let's see. It looks like it says incoming call, but I'm not seeing a call. I call it like a jumbie umbrella. Did somebody send a message? Let me see. Yeah. Oh, somebody said, yeah, let's hear Clifford. Well, I wish. Yeah, I wish. No, he wouldn't call. I wouldn't tell you why he wouldn't call. No, you ain't vexed or anything. Okay, here's somebody. Somebody's calling. St. Patrick's BT Alted boy. Godwin, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald and the Real FM family.
Good morning.
Now, very quickly, I really want to congratulate this young man who you interviewed by you this morning. It was a very good testimony. This young man have a great future in politics, I will say, because he touched a lot of things which is of importance. And then I like how he sell my new political leader. He give a very good write-up. He said to the nation how capable she are of being in that position. That built my confidence. I hope he built others as well. So congratulations to him and congratulations to Real FM for hosting such a wonderful program.
Okay.
Lastly, Mr. One question I want to ask as
Yeah.
I leave. I have a message for Grenadians, and I will ask you when is the best program. I don't know if it's you on Wednesday or Target or Friday. I want
Let me think about it. Let me think about it, and I'll let you
I
know.
want to say to Grenadians, I want to give the nation at least five basic reasons why they should not, in a next general election, vote back this present administration.
Okay.
I want to give them reason why they should not.
All right, so I'll let you know when you can call for that, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
All right, great. One love. Good morning to you once again, Godwin, Gabby, Philip. Yeah, any more call? No call on the landline. What time is it? 8:48. Wow. It's just no, who is that? Come on, you guys need to do the station phone, not my phone. Do the station's phone and then I can somebody say Clifford can't call you Andre because he ain't know about mushroom farming. Oh boy, don't kill Clifford, please. Good morning.
Andre, good morning. How do you do?
I'm alright.
Andre, all of a sudden, you have a certain person in River Road calling, praising Dr. Mitchell. Now, they're on the radio station on morning time, calling and say, oh, if the party don't, if certain person move out from the party, if the party don't doing right, so that is why it's the reason why they going. Right now, MP is just like I am a dustbin for that certain person, you know. I just don't understand. Some of us just go inside MP to fool with packet or to get what we could get, and the day we can get, we have to run down the party? Huh? I thought we go in party for country. I didn't know if we go in an MP for what we could get. What is this is all about with us? Country we have to look at. We have to look at with country what is best for which country. We can't look for sell for people, man. Country. That's what we have to look at. Go there and watch. You there? You watching what this Prime Minister doing? You telling yourself he was better before that? No. So this is what you have to tell yourself. We go to vote NMP back to party to power because we used to see better things going on. That is what we have to look at. Watch country. We're looking at man today. No man, we great just some of us don't already it. Trust me, Andrew, we don't already it. Have a blessed month.
You too. Take care. God bless. It's real. It's 91. And what's our time? It's 8:50. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew. How are you?
I'm all right. Tell me.
Yeah. Andrew, I'm very impressive with the young man, Mr. Christopher De Ali. We portray himself this morning, right? And you see, when you have a father that knows, and then bring up the train the right way, the son will take after the father. Because I could see Mr. Christopher De Ali, when he was a senator for the, I think, a private sector, he did a wonderful job. And this man getting in front of politics, his son getting in front of politics, he will do a wonderful job. And I was the way you portray the president political leader honorable Emily Pence is the truth. Because Emily is not a woman with deep pocket, but she's a woman that cares and loves people. And she wants to see development of everybody in Greater Caribbean Peter in Greater Caribbean Peter Martin. And she is a woman of morality, a woman that stands for what is right and cares and loves people. I want to see that the poor people of Greater Caribbean I think, receive the fair share of the pie. And you have a blessed one.
You too. Take care of yourself. Goodbye. And the number remains 442-0175. You can still call. And you can still make a contribution before we wrap it up for this morning. It's what? Some 8 minutes I make it before the 9 o'clock hour. Tomorrow morning, yeah, we have Political Wednesday. Am I ready for that? Yeah. I believe that I'm ready for Political Wednesday. I did some planning on Sunday. Was it? Yeah, Sunday afternoon. I did some planning while I was looking at the the rally in St. John. Yeah, I did some planning. Not necessarily out of the rally, but I came up with some ideas that I believe that I wanted to share with you on Political Wednesday and also on the extension, and that is on Fridays. I want, and Baby Daddy, tell me something. Baby Daddy and Chunky, tell me, can we get to 250, 300 likes on Friday morning? Good morning to you. How you doing?
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. Talk to me.
All right, good to hear Mr.
What's that?
Good to hear Mr. Diali this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And like to know we got much means so that I could try it and see what it is instead of going down with a lot of meat. I really like to try it, so he's going to.
Well, as Mr. Diali indicated, he is, by the middle of the year, he would be looking to move into the supermarkets and so on. That's what he said. And at this time, he basically deals with orders. So because I don't even have his contacts, meaning his telephone number that I can share with you. I don't even have that. So
all right, and as time goes on, then we will know what happens.
As time goes on, most definitely, I'll let you know what's taking place. Okay. All right.
Because there are a lot of people talking about this thing, and they always want to know if it's limit right.
All right.
Right.
Okay. So take care of yourself.
When he back on the air again, I will able to make contact with him.
All right. Take care of yourself, man. One love. Yeah, good. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5. We're looking forward to do. Oh, by the way, folks, we're looking forward to do at least 300 likes on Friday, and we want to move our subscribers at least to 4,500 before the end of the month. All right, 4,500 before the end of the month. So Baby Dad is saying that we at 156 today, and Chunky saying yes, it is possible on Friday. You'll have to help us by reminding folks verbally during the broadcast. Okay, I will help. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, are you that? Are you that? When I called you yesterday, you refused to call me, and now you're calling good morning. Good morning.
I listen, all kind of people tell me how they was looking for me yesterday. And let me tell you, you see us Grenadians, we like a la Carina. Somebody sent a message to me like, oh, Brenda, yeah, Andre calling up your name yesterday morning. Why you do Andre? Nothing so by how we saw.
I expected them to do just that.
Jesus Christ, we like confusion, eh?
Confusion
and
alone.
you see, if you feed into it, you die, you know. My Lord. Thank God that nobody could gas me up.
Exactly. What's
Listen,
up?
And they don't know that you're my brother. Even when I can't stand you, I love you. But anyway, I'm just calling this morning to just give my congratulations, encouragement, and support to the young Christopher Deali.
Yeah.
The better Christopher.
The better. Yeah, the better. Yeah, we could say it. We could say that. The better. Yes, we could say that.
Yeah, the older maybe listeners.
Yeah, that's all right.
But that's a friend. Anyhow, it was just so refreshing.
Very, for me
I always
too.
say, you know, we are at the stage in our life now where we have more years behind us than in front of us. And what we want to do is to live and exist in a Grenada where we really have upful, elevated leaders. And so as we grow older, we are looking for new, you know, and to hear this kind of, you know, vibrancy and I love the use of the word renaissance. And you can see he means it because he already practices it in his career.
Yeah.
Right? How he has changed from, you know, original to aquaponics and just how he's and his passion and his pride and, you know, he's practicing what he's doing and all of that. It was really, really uplifting. And I wish more people, young people like that can get involved. And I think like him will inspire them, whichever part of the political spectrum they go. But it was just so delightful. It was just heartwarming. And he is a perfect blend of his parents. He has the calm, the composure, and the empathy of both of them. But as I say, he's a more polished diamond version of the dad. But I can see he does have Naomi's. So Chris and Naomi should feel really, really proud that they have raised a wonderful, valuable citizen, not just of Grenada, but of the world, because we live in a global space. And God, who knows where this young man would end up in his life. You know, we shouldn't box people into one thing or the other. You could do this today and do something else. But Andrew, thanks a lot. And let me just tell you on a personal note, the 20 questions is fantastic. It's novel, and it kept you as well in check.
Yeah, it does.
It kept you as well in check. And what it
does.
brings out from you is your broadcasting side, you know? And I always tell you that is your strength, but you like bacchanal.
Well, of course, I thrive on it.
Just break off.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Yes. You understand? But
by the way, Brenda,
hey.
Did you hear that Lou Smith died?
You were at the funeral?
Oh, I was there. I just on you know me. I like bacchanal. On Friday, I realized he died.
Why?
I was looking at the looking
and
listening
Lou
to
when
the
he
broadcast.
died?
No, I was looking and listening to the Independence broadcast out of the National Stadium on Friday, and listening, I realized, Lou Smith died in truth. You won't figure it out. Don't try to figure it out now.
You miss Lou, right?
What? No,
him.
I miss Lou, and then I know that you weren't there. Based on what I was hearing, I knew you weren't there, and then I realized Lou really died in truth.
Yeah, none of us have the exclusive the exclusivity on talent or anything.
Yeah, but you know what I
I'm
love?
just gonna say this.
Yeah.
This is Grenada, and we all have to live and thrive here. And there's nothing wrong with us going off in different directions if we so choose. We have that right. But when we do so, we must do so because we want to, let's say, go in a different direction, maybe make the event different. We should not do that to eliminate others and to put others in their place and to figure it's our time now. And we shouldn't enter rooms where we have power and bring in little petty jealousies and so on in there. Because a lot of what happens in Grenada, we blame the politics, yes, and a lot of it can be attributed to the politics. But I'll tell you this. There are a lot of individuals that have personal gripes with people, things that you know nothing about because you never did them anything, but you don't have to. But because of little petty jealousies, when they enter rooms where they can make decisions and your name comes up, they say, no, not she, not he, not he, we don't want them. You know, that kind of thing. So independence is a thing. The world is watching. And we cannot play with things like this. Right? The people who did the broadcast didn't put themselves there. They were chosen and they did what they had to do to the best of their ability. Kudos to them.
I'm not gonna be that nice. I'm not as nice as you. If you know you can't play football and they put you on the football field, time out, sub, out.
Yeah, but sometimes there's another side to look at it too. You probably want to say, if you have some sort of aspiration or so, you might want to say, okay, let me rise to the occasion or let me take up the challenge, right? But again, I go back to, you know, those who made the decision and those who entered rooms and said very unkind things about people who were there before.
Yeah.
Bushhav is the devil every friend, the walls thing, and the vents. The vents lead to other rooms. That's all I have to say, and we need to stop that.
You're the only person
that is too small.
You're the only person that can make me go 2 minutes after 9 o'clock. Goodbye, Brenda.
Have a wonderful day, and
You
again,
too, my dear.
congrats
Take care.
to the young Ali this morning.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye now. Brenda Batiste having a little chit chat here there with her. That was a wonderful way to end the program this morning. Hey, friends, friends all. Take care of yourself. God bless. And really and truly, I appreciated the fact that you appreciated what I gave to you this morning. Join me again, and that will be tomorrow morning. God's will. Political Wednesday. Yes, that is what it is going to be. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really and truly looking forward to it. Goodbye. God bless you, and do, my friends, take care, and don't do what I wouldn't do. Yeah, for the day, make sure that you be a wonderful person.
Triple N. Informative.